Holder, SEMO Custom Cars, is back because he's doing another benefit car cruise, this time for a completely different reason. Good morning, Kenny.
Hey, how's it going, Fawn?
It's going all right. So we all reported on it, and it's hard to stomach when something so horrendous happens. But you say your cousin's daughter, Paige, and her son, Daxton, were the ones who died in the house fire in Scott City a few weeks ago, right?
Yes, on April 30th.
Yeah. So thank God they did save one child. I mean, if there's a silver lining, but I don't know what I don't know how you deal with that. That's just a lot of loss.
Yeah, my sister and niece, they always text me all the time, even like bad news, and my phone rang and I looked at it and I was like, oh no, something bad just happened.
Yeah.
And she told me, and I was on lunch break, and it almost like made me sick. It was so terrible.
Yeah. But I mean, house fires happen all the time.
Yep.
But this was a mobile home, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was always afraid because I lived in a mobile home for a very, very large part of my life, and I was always afraid that if it went up in fire, there wouldn't be time to get out because they are just made to burn. I mean, they burn so easily, and it's hard to get out.
Right.
It happens so fast.
The thing is, like, the baby died of the smoke. The smoke's what gets you. The fire doesn't really kill you. And they say, like, every 88 seconds there's a house fire in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 344,000 fires, and with 2,890 deaths. So it happens quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It just happens. People get in a panic. So there was a guy that drove by who saved a little girl. He was driving by at the time, and he went through the side window. And when his name was Luke McCullen, and he couldn't see from the window. He couldn't even see in the house. There was so much smoke, and that's what really gets you. And he called out the name if anybody was in there, and the little girl, she heard his voice, and she came to him, and then he was able to reach into the house and pull her out. And the fire chief was talking at city council meeting, and he redid the body cam footage of the first officer that arrived, and the first thing you saw on the camera was him running with the little girl away from the house.
Yeah, what a hero! What a hero!
Yes,
but you are doing a car show or a cruise in, if you will.
Yes.
Trying to raise some money to help with what?
I put on these car shows. This is the fourth one. I was the founder of SEMO Custom Cars, and we raised about $5,000 last year. So I always come up with these names. So I was trying to figure out what to do, and I'm calling it Tokens of Remembrance.
Okay.
So at 12 o'clock, her pastor is going to light a couple candles representing each one of them, and he's going to say a little prayer, and then we're going to get back to the car show. But the entry fee of all the guys that bring their cars is going to go to the father, Joel. We're going to donate him the money, 100% back, and then people is also going to be able to make donations. And they have a GoFundMe program at any bank of Missouri right now. You can donate there. You'll be able to donate at the car show, or people's been giving me money. And so right now, last night, it was at $21,105.
Good. Well, I mean, funerals are expensive. So
yes,
just one person
$4,000, $3,000 to $4,000 for my uncle's, and he didn't even do anything but have a cremation.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's crazy how much it costs. So, we got that taken care of. Right off the bat, people got that taken care of. So that was great.
Yeah, and then, headstones are ridiculously expensive. Everyth's so expensive, so it's very expensive to die. But, when are you hosting your cruise in?
Okay, so a little bit more information. It's out there everywhere on SEMO Custom Cars. It's going to be June 21st, 11 to 3, and then the guys usually show up a little before 10. And it's right across the museum in Scott City, right on the main drag. And if I get time there in the morning, the museum wants me to come over and shoot a quick video. I was in it last Saturday, and it's amazing, all the things in the museum. They got a train in there. I actually got a book in there. There's this book about Scott County I wrote about my uncle, or about my grandpa in Scott City. He was a public works director. but there's just all kinds of history and cool stuff in there. So we're going to do that at 10. Then at 11, this is really great. I'm really lucky. I always have great entertainment at all my shows. So starting out, I got Joshua Clark. He's a Nashville recording artist, actually. He wrote a song about the tornadoes and about his wife that died, and he's going to be there, and you can check them out on YouTube. Then I got Ryan Sells, who's a up-and-coming country guy, and then I got this group called Hot Saucer. Here's how they describe themselves. Funky, psychedelic group of space aliens flying in the past to bring galactic shout out to the world. I mean, these guys, they have a great rhythm. They play in Cape and play all around. And then other attractions are going to be, I've talked to like the Scott City Police Department. They've got a couple new SUVs they're going to bring down and let the kids see the lights and all that. We're going to get a fire truck there. North Scott County Ambulance, I think, is going to send their ambulance there. We're just going to try to light up the whole area, get people noticed so they pull in there, and talk some fire safety. We're going to have some people from the fire department there. They're going to talk to them about that.
Well, all hands on deck, it sounds like, due to time. It's just, let's just get back to June 21st. Time is 10 to 3.
11 to 3.
11 to 3?
10 is registration, and 11 to 3.
Okay. And does it cost the public anything to attend?
No. It's free. I do have one of the best food trucks, Little Country Store out of Jackson, and I got Julie Sweet's Bakery there. You'll be able to buy drinks, barbecues, hamburgers.
Okay.
Free event.
All the benefits are going to the father for him to rebuild his life and bury his family.
Yep, and they have the little girl that was rescued. And then they also had a boy, and he was at a track meet that day, and the father was at work. That's why they weren't at home.
Unbelievable.
So,
just a horrible tragedy. Please help if you can. June 21st. Stop by Scott City. Check out the beautiful cars. Roll through the museum. Touch a truck. See some lights and hear some music. It'll all be in the name of Paige and Daxton, who lost their lives in the house fire in Scott City about a month ago, and it's been horrible. So
terrible.
Thanks for doing this, Kenny. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on once again.
You're welcome. Gotta go.
We really
Take
appreciate
care.
it. All right,
thanks.
bye.
Bye.